Sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, sports betting market analyst with Oddsjam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro. Today's topic is how to use the Oddsjam tools to identify and find positive expected value plays with player props. And so if you're using, say, like Prize Picks or other DFS type player prop type bets and wagers you want to put together and find a lot of value, really Oddsjam is the way to do it. There's a ton of tools and a ton of ways to do it. So I'm going to show you several ways to go about finding these positive VV plays and hopefully increase your ROI so you can use this tool over and over. All right, guys, if you're a new user at Oddsjam or kind of considering it, want to get in touch with you and talk to you about your scenario, your situation, kind of where you're located, what sportsbooks you have, and kind of your strategies you've used. And so if you want to email me, boyd@oddsjam.com, we'll set up a time, do a quick conference call, do it over and over again with a lot of people, and happy to help out because sometimes you need to like talk it out and kind of figure out your next steps and see if you're on the right track and, you know, put a betting plan together. So also, again, if you have decided and you haven't just getting signed up yet, make sure you use Boyd20, BOYD20. It's going to get you 20% off your first 2 months at Oddsjam. Got the QR code here. You can pause the video, use the QR code, get signed up, save 20%, and put that back in your bankroll and make more money. So hopefully that's some added value. Now let's take a look at some added value on how to use the Oddsjam tools with player prop bets. All right, guys, here we go on how to hunt for player prop bets, and there's obviously the positive EV page is always a good stop and a first stop. I'm going to take you right directly to the Fantasy Optimizer because I think this tool is a really good tool for this type of thing for a lot of reasons. And you can see here on the top you have the various platforms that you may be wagering at and want to get information from. And what this does is it really helps you clear out and find some of the best value at the very, very top here. So if you're, again, let's say in this example at Prize Picks, you can get the odds. Again, if Prize Picks on their fixed rate or their fixed, cost and odds of -119 is here, and you're getting this, at this price point and this estimate of what odds could be, especially with other books being a lot higher. That's a good selection to include in your Prize Picks, 4-pack, 5-pack, whatever you're doing, however many you're putting together. But this is one that you can see here. Caulfield shots on goal over 2.5 would be, a good way to go to start building these types of DFS, plays. And so again, you can use the Oddsjam info to help you determine the market edge and the edge if you're finding that out here. See if you're getting a good, price from the other sports books, and also use it to put together those 4- and 5-pack parlay type wagers you do with Prize Picks, with Underdog Fantasy, with Parlay Play, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a good place to cherry pick this information, and you can go in here. You can set it up per sport. You can set it up per league. If you're looking for specific stats, maybe you're looking for rebounds, points, 3-point goal, whatever the case, it's all in here. Football, any type of sport and stat you need, you can select it very specifically and use this tool to find, say points and assists, for whatever reason you might want to use this, in very specific reasons. But again, all these options and tools are right here. I mentioned the positive EV page, of course, another no-brainer. You come over here, and if you see some sports books and plays on the player prop type side, then certainly this is the way to go. I like to keep the player prop bet market width around 30 or under, so that's something you can target and you can put in your settings. You can put these things together to shop it for you and find it for you with all the tools and all the settings that you have. Another thing you can do is come over here and let's say you want to do some NBA action, and in this case maybe you have a very specific game for whatever reason. Maybe you're going to go to the game, I don't know, but maybe you have a very specific game, and let's go with my favorite team, the Suns. Let's pull up the Phoenix Suns here and take a look at some of the player prop bets in the market section here. So you go to this, you see all the player props information, and let's say you want to look at the points, rebounds, and assists, and it pulls up the markets for you here in a very clear, easy, quick fashion to check out some of the data that not really much at that point, but you'll see some more as the market opened up and you get more data coming into these data points. And so you can use the sports books information with kind of what is available and find best pricing in that fashion. So that's kind of a bad example, but you can jump into any game, find any stat, any market, mainline market. Certainly these player prop type bets are going to be in this section here under the main market. So that's where you can shop for those, and hopefully you find that very, very helpful. And again, you'll find all the games, all the slate of games here. If you go down to sports, if you go to basketball, you can find all the different leagues and things here. And just it allows you the opportunity to get a quick snapshot of kind of some of the totals, some of the market prices for the spreads, and so that could determine or help you maybe determine if you have say a higher scoring game, you might see a lot more points. Say this 240, that's kind of telling you there's gonna be a lot of points scored there. That's interesting, right? You maybe want to apply that towards that market. Here's a 239.5, 240 with the Wizards and Hornets. Again, maybe some higher stats, some higher numbers based on just the total. Sort of do some correlation here, and seemingly if some of the players are going to be scoring all these points, maybe you need to do some overs, and contrarily, maybe you have some unders potentially playing if you see some lower scoring games. So that's just something to keep in mind and keep track of when you look at the total picture, the overall picture. And I kind of would recommend considering that, not that you would shy away from it, but if you're going in here and looking at different bits and pieces of information relative to points, things like that, pace of game, all this data is built into the market, right? So it's all in here. And so if you think you have a model, or you think you have an advantage based on some of your data, come in here, kind of compare and contrast it with what the market's saying. And if you have some odds that are giving you some good positive EV, that's definitely how to use this tool, to use the market makers and find those values that the tools here are providing. The tools are everywhere. The tools are really robust with player prop bets, and you can see a lot of other things we didn't even get into, but those are the highlights. The fantasy optimizer, certainly you can go to the screen, and then of course the positive EV page. So real quick tour. Hopefully that helped you start your journey on getting some better player props and some positive EV bets put together on the player prop side. All right, guys, there you go. There's some quick values, some good tips on how to hunt and how to use those player prop bets to find some positive EV situations using all the tools at Oddsjam. And again, use that QR code to get signed up. Use Boyd20, and also leave any feedback, any questions you might have. We're here at Bet School, trying to educate you to help you increase your ROI and all the ways to make money in sports betting. Use all the tools and all the resources here. So appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.